So you spoke about gardening earlier, right? So can you share what else do you do that completes you, that fills you up with energy, fills you up with joy?
We talked about culture and all that. One of the things when people ask me and I tell them, look, three things that at least I defined by myself is that I try to be curious, I try to be nice, and I try to be myself.
Mm.
And so I just inverted it and made that a slogan for the company saying, be curious, be nice, and be yourself. And to me, I think be curious for me at least defines me. I am curious almost everything in this world. So I do end up reading a lot, going down every rabbit hole that exists. Something will come up and then I'll read a little bit more about it. It's not like I try to understand everything, and I don't think I'm capable of understanding everything, but I at least get an idea of, I can take a thought a little bit further than I think I normally would have been able to. So curiosity is, I think, something very important. So reading obviously comes a lot with it. I like to talk to people from various different disciplines just to understand what they're doing. And I think that's always very enriching. Some would say a lot of it does not have any impact on my work. That's fine. I just find it fun to do that. I think being nice, I think, is just a reflection for me at least, and something that I try to kind of practice is because I figured out again it has a lot of economic benefits. It's amazing that the person who referred you to me, I haven't talked to him for ages. At some point in time, our paths intersected. We were colleagues. He hopefully remembers me nicely, and that's repaid itself. I got to know you, and we're doing this podcast. So, niceness has got this unlimited payback period in my mind. Now, whether you call it nice, kind, I don't know. I'm not so good at the language. Maybe the word should be kind. I don't know. I'm just saying, to me, even if you want to be upset with someone, you don't have to do it meanly or crudely or use language that doesn't make sense. Because it fundamentally never gives you anything positive. It only helps you to vent out, but it doesn't actually deal anything. If you deal with someone with nicely at a point of time when they made a mistake, I think they actually give back a lot more. So I think that's the second part, the way I try to think about. And I actually read a lot about it just to figure out, because the world celebrates a lot of mean people. You get this idea where that I'm doing something wrong there. And third, of course, is I think be yourself. I think I like certain things. I love filter coffee. I love blah, 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 whatever things. And I think it's very important to express yourself. And I think everybody in the company, we are recruiting, let's say I recruited you, Sumit. I expect you to be Sumit. I don't expect you to be Iyer. I don't expect you to be someone else.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I shouldn't have recruited you. I should have recruited just a copy of myself. The fundamental fact that you're unique and you are very different is what I want you to remain true to.
Mm.
Otherwise, I shouldn't have recruited you. So I think we have people, for example, who use very salty language in the company.
Mm.
It is not like all of us speak very nicely. There are people who come from very different backgrounds where talking, using crass language is common. And if you tell them, look, don't use it, they don't understand why not, because that's the environment that they've come up with. You
Mm.
have to work with them. So to me, when you said, what do I do to complete myself? It
Mm.
is to really understand people where they're coming from. I love just observing people and figuring out why do they do things that they do.
Mm.
It's an incredible and incessant source of comfort, or not comfort, of fun, just to observe people and say, why do they do things? And right now, as we do this podcast, I'm looking at those books on the back that you've got and that Dutch building that you've got on the thing. And I'm
Yeah.
like, I'll probably remember this and keep scratching my head and figuring out next time when I talk to you, are these the same books? Are they different books? We will read it. So to me, that's fun. And then that's something I can do. I reach airports and train stations 3 hours before time, and people laugh at me for it. One of the things I love is to just sit in the waiting area and watch people. It's just amazing. People are such fascinating people to look at. So that's what I do.
Thank you. Thank you, Ram. I think there's so much that you have shared, which we many times try to capture in like business books or research studies. But you not just shared it, but you're actually living it in your life, in your organization. And I sincerely appreciate you for that. I think your curiosity shines through in everything that you said about people, understanding them, but also being yourself. And you're not trying to be a version of yourself for somebody else. You're not trying to look good. You're trying to just be yourself in the like the kindest or nicest possible way. And also, as you said, it's not just about being right or being morally correct. It is what works better when you're working with people. It is what works best. So why not, right? Why not? Why do you follow? And that I think that curiosity also leads you to questioning like some of these traditional or something which you heard somewhere. and then to come up with your own ideas rather than saying this never works because I don't see an example of somebody doing that or some company doing that. Thank you for the way you have shared. I think this is a golden episode for me. I'm going to cherish this for a while.
Hey, thanks a lot, Sumit. That was very flattering of you. Thanks a lot.